Hey there. Happy, what day is it? Is it Jupiter Day? Yeah. Happy Jupiter Day. I hope you're doing well. I am the truth, and you are too. Welcome to this week's Mars Day weekly forecast slash predictions. Everything you need to know pertaining to me and my services is located in the description box of this video below. For this week's Mars Day weekly forecast slash predictions, I will be channeling with the collective conscience, who's obviously supporting the collective's highest good and the highest good. Yeah, and the collective conscious is like I feel like just everyone and everything all together type of thing. Um, but yeah, let's see what the collective conscious has to say. And if you hear any extra sound during this reading, I apologize in advance. Life is life, and I will handle it if it gets too much. Um, like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's very much appreciated and it's helpful. And let's begin this week's Mars Day weekly forecast slash predictions. Alright, so journal summary. Um, so we have a few numbers and just like a quick note here. So we have here 444, 222, 1010. There were a lot of 20s. So I don't know, it could be people in their like 20s or the 1920s or I don't know, something with 20s. There was also a lot of 23s. And then it was 144 and 999 and 111. And then I have here attention and to what you desire or what you want to manifest, attention and creation. Again, attention and to what you desire and what you want to create, manifest, and attention and creation. Okay. So let's go into where we are currently in the planets. Currently, we are in the age of Aquarius, where there's rebellion, revelation, humanity, changes, epiphanies, realizations, awakenings. Within that, we are in Gemini season. Gemini season started on May 21st, 2025, and it's going to end on June 20th, 2025. And Gemini is known as the twins. It is the I think sign, it is a mutable sign, it is an air sign. It is ruled by the planet Mercury. It is a divine masculine sign. The agate and the emerald are the gemstones associated with Gemini. The hands and the arms and the lungs. The hands and arms and the lungs are anatomically associated with Gemini. And the magician and the lovers are the magician and the lovers are the two major arcana cards in the tarot deck that's like associated with Gemini. And Gemini can be described as talkative, mental, adaptive, flexible, changeable, responsive, sociable, superficial, versatile, inquisitive, witty. Exchange and interaction, expression and communication makes sense of things. Self-expression, love, collecting and sharing information, restlessness and movement. My bad, I just remembered something. Uh, but anyways, we have here, so for on Mars Day, this is the planetary placement for when it was Mars Day. It was the first quarter moon in Virgo, and Mars is in Leo up until June 17th, 2025, where it's going to go into Virgo. So, the first quarter moon means the following: action, resistance in the form of obstacles, start obstacles, decision making, the so called stress test. Things can become more difficult due to leaving your comfort zone, putting yourself out more, doing more than usual to pursue manifestation, getting through it. This phase is meant to energetically help getting through obstacles. If your intentions were planted during the new moon, your first hurdles at achieving these goals are experienced here. Challenges, decisions, and action. Be prepared to make decisions and keep your cool. Make decisions that will ultimately bring about the outcome of your previously set intentions. To help act on intentional goals, keep a to do list, a journal, or a calendar. Physical representation of writing and acting out your intentions. And the moon in Virgo means the following: valuing taking care of the details in everyday life. Valuing errands can be nagging, complaining, fussy. Appreciate simplicity, a need to feel useful, a love for helping others. Can be overwhelmed by pressure and stress, uncomfortable with too much attention. Expressive, expresses a need to analyze, attend to details, and micromanage. Can be restless and nervous. Routine, reliable, trustworthy, practical. Can be shy at first. Can be self critical. Body awareness. Self effacing, kind. Skeptic. Can be criticizing of blind faith, emotions, and dreams. Order, cleanliness. Strong urge to organize. Analyze Analyzes critical details, focuses on health, diet, nutrition, fitness. Great time to work. It's a great time to work on projects. And then the Mars in Leo means the following. Um, Mars in Leo means the following: passion, go-getter, getting what you want, driven to write, to create, to make your mark, to express yourself, and to be seen. Sexually playful, direct, prefers romance, luxury, a strong need to create significance, importance, calculated risk taking. Passions, desires are high, strong will, ambition, a sense of calling, long standing sexual passion and easily aroused, acts with the heart. Enjoyment, happiness, and excitement, play. Ego can be destructive or helpful. Confident, yet can have an overconfidence. If you want something, you gotta be it and you're gonna work for it. And the summary for that I just put here: interaction, social, communication, decision making, being precise and clear about it, pay attention to detail, and what it takes to achieve. And then the last one is what it takes to achieve goals. So that's the summary of that planetary placement that I got out of that. Let's end it off with a cardigan, and then we'll do the other stuff. Whoa. Okay. One more shuffle and then we'll do that again. Oh, this way. Let me see something. Nice. Bottom of the deck, which is the summary of the clarity cards, is the Nine of Rods, which is the Nine of Wands. Top of the deck, easy watching this right now, is the King of Pentacles. He looks interesting. Bottom of the deck, which is the summary of the card that just came out, is Copal. Top of the deck, easy watching this right now, is Fiesta. Should I do this right now? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, for this week's Mars Day, weekly forecast slash predictions. The two cards that came out are Five of Wands. Let's do this so we can see the effect of this beautiful card. Gotta do it like that so we can see the effect. And also the Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck, which is a summary of like those two cards, is the Three of Cups. Top of the deck, usually watching this right now, is the Queen of Cups. To clarify the Five of Wands and the Six of Cups, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Page of Swords in reverse, right? Yeah. Then we have here the Oracle card. Sorry if I say this wrong. Ometiotle. Okay. There's something here. There's something here about change. There's something here about children, yours, your inner child, your childhood, something like that. There's also something here about expression, like you need to express something, or something about expression, expressing something, or saying something, writing something, or the art, or something like that. And there's something about maybe like needing to have confidence or whatnot, being out there type of thing, putting yourself out there. Okay. And maybe also something about like stepping into a new phase. Yeah, step into a new phase. There may be also some, or like into a portal or something like that. And then there's something about maybe like connections with people or whatnot, and all that stuff. There could be something about healing as well. There could be something about healing the inner child. There could be something about change and like I don't know, someone's like connection with the collective or whatnot. There could be something about like a year, like it's something within a year. It could be something about this year. There could be something about something takes a year. It happens every year or something like that. Okay, and then sending numbers 5, 6, 7. So there's could be also something about like progression, something expanding. There's something may come up later on in the reading about expanding. Because when I was kind of like looking a little bit, expanding was the only thing that was coming up when I was trying to see ahead. But yeah, what should we call it? There could be something about progression, expanding or whatnot, just or growth, maybe building something, um, movement, moving forward, and all that stuff. There's a lot of cups, so there could be like a lot of things about intuition, or maybe like intuition, or there could be something about like how you feel, or something about like the flow of things, maybe overall. But yeah. Yeah, there could be something about something about the flow of things. Um, so this is I'm gonna say like multiple things for what I see over here with the Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Like there could be I feel like the first thing there's something that comes up for me to say is just be conscious of like what you're investing in, what you're building or whatnot. Be conscious of what you're investing in and what you're building. And it's very interesting. I feel like that relates to the one note that I had in the journal summary about awareness and creation. There's just something about like putting your investment, your energy in something, and like just be careful about like just like what it is. Be careful of it of like just it being negative or chaotic, out of order or something like that. Whether it's coming from within you or around you or whatnot, externally outside of you. Hmm. There could be something about discipline and children, or you know what? It could be what's it called, tradition, like things passed down through children or whatnot. Whether you think are wanting to do that, passing down things through children through tradition, or like something about it could be discipline too if you want. Then or it's like also through you passed down tradition or whatnot. There could be something about abundance and tradition as well. Also, just if there's something about indulgence, if there's something about indulgence or whatnot, like too much of something, and it doesn't have to be just alcohol and drugs. It could be anything. Um, what's it called? There's a need for like discipline or whatnot, calling to order. Also, there's like something about abundance of things, and I feel like just a need to have discipline with the abundance of things. So like there could be abundance of stuff, right? But there's something about how it could be like chaotic at some point too. That's interesting how that randomly came up to me. It's like abundance of things, but how it could become chaotic type of thing. And like to have discipline and invest properly or whatnot. Be careful of where you invest your time, your money, your energy at. Okay? And then bottom of the deck, summary of the two cards. No. Sorry. Skipping ahead of time. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like just being aware of like be aware of like taking things out of hand type of thing. Hmm. See if he just was. Yeah, it's like having a lot, and then like to the point is like shutting things down. It could be emotionally. It could be. Um, hmm It could be emotionally, since I was saying also earlier, there's like a good amount of cups here and whatnot. Um, there could be something about like clouding intuition. There could be something about emotion, but it could just be something like about a flow of things, about a lot of things. And I just feel like just being aware of like, um, kind of like overdoing it, or like just being, not even overdoing it either. It's like not being disciplined with it. Um, I guess we could be like intentional about it. And then, like I said, it's something just feels like it's like relating to the no ad earlier. There's like, I feel like there's something about attention or whatnot. And then there was something that I read too earlier that I think it was in the planetary placement for the moon in Virgo, where it was talking about attention to detail. So there's something about that. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of that, especially for Gemini season. But yes. Um. Sorry. So we have here in reverse: unforeseen danger, unprepared state, illness, a possibility. I feel like unprepared state, and then like, yeah, unforeseen. That's what I mean. Like, just be aware or whatnot. All that stuff. Hold on, let me see this real quick. I'm probably gonna do it again later, so let me leave that alone. And let me just like peek at what this is really quick. There could be something about a throne. At the seat of a throne. No, it's like at a throne, at the seat of the throne. Or there could be something also about like stepping through something, stepping through a portal or something like that. And then something about that gives me like something about those gives me like some type of like power over I guess emotions or waters like flow. Often this open skylight of your mind, I mean, hold infinity. Yeah, there could be something about like about that too. What I said there about, I don't know, like something gives me like throne with both of them and like the picture, and then it also gives me something about like not the picture itself, but something gave me like stepping through the portal, stepping through a phase, no, not stepping through the gate, and then like something about power over like waters, overflow or emotions or whatnot, or power over cups. I feel like if there's like if there's an abundance of things, right? Because what came out is Five of Wands and the Six of Cups. If there's an abundance of things, just be aware of things like getting chaotic, or it's slowing you down or whatnot. There's something about an abundance of things, maybe even celebration. Mm-hmm. Yeah, stay focused. And then yeah, there's just like overall like an abundance of things. This is what it's talking about. And then currently there's something about like emotions. It could be intuition in a way, somehow. But there's something like about emotions. I feel like there may be something about abundance and like flow. Yeah, and I held it in my head. I hate when I do that because I need to stop doing that. I held it in my head. There could be something about creation too, and growth and building and expansion. Yeah. And then, yeah, to clarify, the Five of Wands, Six of Cups. Oh yeah, Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Page of Swords. Yeah, I just feel like there's something about like what you invest in, what you're like there's also something about growth, what you're growing or building, what you invest in. Something about like just like discipline, consistency or whatnot. There could be something about like tradition and like putting into something. Um I feel like just be careful of it being negative or getting out of hand. And this could be an abundance of things. This could be like a flow of things. This could be like something with like again like children or like your children and then or like passing through children or um and yeah. No, I want y'all to see the colors for real, for real. We have here Ometioto. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Open the skylight of your mind and behold infinity. The dream you are living is your creation. It is your perception of reality that you can change at any time. You have the power to create hell and you have the power to create heaven. Why not dream a different dream? And this is something that Don Miguel Ruiz said. And we have here, my love, I know your pain comes from feeling separated from me. Sometimes you feel me close. When you don't perceive my presence, it may be that I'm attending to my curriculum in the University of the Afterlife, and it's wonderful, but you're never far from my thoughts. In fact, you are a centerpiece of any of my studies. Much of my learning is from you. Your your much of my learning is from you. Your example, the orbit of your love, and the lessons we incarnate to teach each other. I owe you a depth of gratitude that will take me lifetimes to repay, and it's what I intend to do. Take heart that you pull this card because it's not so much me that you desire connection with, but the heart of the universe itself. To know oneness, you must experience separation. This is the class you signed up for. If you search your soul, you'll remember that you have already spent eons blissfully reveling in never ending swaths of unified connection to everything and everyone on the angelic plane. Then one day you burst with joy when your lessons you could earn your doctorate degree in oneness. Sorry. In oneness by choosing a human incarnation, thus exploring separation. You receive the blessed awareness that all beings are unique, sparkling facets of a glorious diamond. We appear to be separate, but beneath the surface, we are utterly, intrinsically, and undeniably connected. You now know this, just as the tonal, that which we can perceive, and the nagual, that which we cannot perceive, are both true depending on your point of view. Unity and duality are also both true. The great gift of your sojourn to, sorry if I say that wrong, to This human dimension, especially in the wake of my passing, is the deepened understanding that comes through contrast. You know hot how because you know hot because you know cold, joy because you know sadness, life because you know death, me because you know you. By bathing in the sea of separation, you can emerge with an understanding of unity. And we have here the meaning, and it says Aztec and Toltec ancestors considered Ometeotl the supreme creative force or energy that governs the universe. Ancient and modern Mexicans call upon specific gods like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna say it wrong. It's Tlaloc. And I keep forgetting how to say this one. I'm so ashamed. It's Quetzalcoatl, Coatl, and Ehec, Ehecatl, Ehecatl, or Huetiotl for particular purposes. I hope whoever needs to hear this message know what that means or something, or guess at that. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. But Ometeotl is more of a process, a grand creative vortex of dual deities. As long as we're in the human experience of separation, we will experience duality. But perhaps duality is part of the divine design, giving us humans access to understand the reality of oneness intimately. In other words, Ometeotl is at the center, and the circumference is it is the vibration that contains all reality, deities and dichotomies, and all that is personal and infinite, and at the same time. Ometeotl directly translates as the divine energy of duality merging into oneness. As Dia de los Muertos honors the living and the dead, Ometeotl is often heard in prayers when Nahuas and Mexicans can call upon the mysterious, beautiful, and ever becoming power of the universe. And then we have here the mantra: as I ride the waves of grief in its minute specificity, I elevate my consciousness high and wide enough to remember my oneness with the all-pervading life force that transcends polarity. Okay. And Taurus is the only sign here. You could be that sign. That sign could be in your chart. It could be the energy of this reading. It could be the planetary placement, somebody around you, all that stuff. Ah. Okay. All right. So, okay. We have here conundrum, a noun meaning a confusing and difficult problem or a question. Conundrum, a noun meaning a confusing and difficult problem or question. Yeah, so just be aware of like any issues come up, like any chaotic things or issues that may come up, um that may like there could be something about keeping someone stuck, or it's just like a lot. Something is with a lot of stuff. Just be aware of that. Beware. We have here the dragon, the bad omen, the bad meaning of it, and we have here Gemini and wow, Virgo here, and we have the number sequence 369. There's something here. It says unbalanced ascension, progression, movement, manipulative actions, movement, wrong intentions, unaligned, wobbly ascension, a struggle, disharmony, false harmony, progression when not ready. So that's something over here when it comes to that. We have the word here, beget, and it's a verb meaning give rise to, bring out. Bring, usually a child into existence by the process of reproduction. And then there's something about creation, and then there could be something about a child or a children, whether you have them already or you're thinking about them or whatnot, about having them or whatnot. And there's just something about, yeah, discipline and creation and all that stuff. Um, hmm and tradition and everything like that. We have here eagle, the good omen, the good meaning. And then we have the zodiac signs Libra and Taurus, and we had the number 3 and the number sequence 234. And it says here balance, structure, nurture, provided for, healing, abundance, refill, cup runneth over, getting your groove back. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like there's like a lot. It's a lot, and there's great things. You just really need to, what you call it? Just be. I feel like have the waters under control, have the cups under control or whatnot. Whether it's like, a flow, of and the waters and everything like that. Whether it's your emotions, um your intuition or something like that, just have it like under control, whatnot. Um, have power over it, and yeah. If this somehow has to do with, it doesn't even have to just be money. It's like just like things you do pass down through like family, like blood relatives and stuff like that. It doesn't have to just be money. It doesn't have to be physical things. Um, I'm only saying like recipes could be one of them because like somebody that I know was showing me that they were making like a family cookbook to pass to their son so they could pass it down. You know what I mean? So things like that, or just like words of wisdom or whatever it is. But yeah, just things like that, or something about creating something and being on top of it, like, consistency, discipline, investing, making sure you're paying attention to the right things, attention to detail. Mm-hmm. Man, I don't know, maybe there could be something with children and making sure they are also looking into the right path, you know what I mean? Whatever comes from them is from the right things, the right path, and all that stuff. Um, mhm. there's an abundance of things and gifted and everything like that. Um, there's great things and everything like that. Cup runneth over, like it said there. Oh wow. Just be very intentional with, like, I guess how you move with it and all that stuff. And that's pretty much it. Let me just look at this again one more time to make sure I'm not missing out on what it was saying too. And that's that. Oh yeah. hmm Yeah, this is about it's a type of expansion of something or whatnot. But yeah, limitless, unlimited. But yeah, that's that for this week's Mars Weekly Forecast / predictions. If you like a personal reading, you can visit my link tree, or you can email me to set up a day and time. They both will be in the description box for you to see. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's very much appreciated and it's helpful. And yeah, peace out. I'm gonna come back real quick for the, what should we call it? The other reading. So yeah, boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna come right back. I'm a BRB type of thing. BRB.